Well, the aim is to get the broader community to understand that sport is taking a strong stance against family violence, and the idea behind that is to have teams linking arms to make that symbolic statement that we all are joined together to say no more to family violence. It's as simple as that. Get the message out to the community, and the community then starts to think about the issue. The statistics are horrendous, and you know, the more we talk about it, the more it becomes acceptable. But we're saying, listen to the statistics, do the sums in your head, and then decide whether we should do something about it. Could be our daughters, could be our nieces, could be our sisters, could be our aunties, could be our brothers, and you just don't know, and we don't know just where it lives, but we've got to flesh it out and do something about it.
It's been a great initiative of Charlie King's to get it off the ground, and just seems to be getting more and more momentum every year. So that's the first thing. It's just the momentum that it's building over the last couple of years. I was travelling around Australia with my partner at the time, and unfortunately got involved in a domestic violence incident with herself back about 3 or 4 years ago, when I was involved as a captain of the Div 1 and she was involved with the women's team. And it really was a tumultuous time for both for our relationship and also for the football club in general. So it really is a great initiative that the club got on the forefoot and sort of started this all off. They've gone into developing their own domestic violence routine, as so to speak, or procedure, and it's sort of followed suit with the rest of not just this league, but other leagues in the Northern Territory as well. So it's been great. It's been a huge drive from both this club and other clubs. It's made it not acceptable.
He speaks not as a Nightcliff player, not as a Nightcliff person. He speaks as a man who did something that he shouldn't have done, you know. And I mean, in fact, they were the trailblazers. They wrote the first domestic violence action plan, you know, and ever since then, I think they've only ever had one more act of family violence. So they're a model club, and we're proud of what they do. We want all other clubs to follow that lead and, you know, take a stronger stance.
The most important thing is that they supported both of us. They gave me some clarity on the issues, and they made me come down here and address the team and tell them what was going on, which is the first thing, owning what actually happened. And secondly was getting some counselling for my partner at the time as well, and then following us through all right up until this day with procedures and counselling and all sorts of stuff, which really, was the difference between you know, shutting the door in our face, so to speak, and trying to help us. So it was sort of like a learning mechanism, and everyone learnt from it, and to this day everyone's still learning in these sort of circumstances. It's just far-reaching. It's not just yourself, it's not just the person involved, it's the whole family. And I mean, that's what football clubs are, they're family, and it had a catastrophic effect on this club for a little bit too, because it was just unheard of. And if anything, it's just that a lot of people are a result of the actions that you make. So it's just a great initiative and great to be behind it.
No, and it's a social issue, you know. It affects everybody, you know. You don't know where a family violence incident is going to happen, you know. Not everybody's going to do the right thing, you know, so be aware about it, and then have in place some way of dealing with that.